What's up everyone, Yonatron here, bringing you my first YouTube video, Excursion to Elite. This is a FIFA 17 series where I'm going to try going to Elite 1, getting top 100, hopefully top 50 in the world. This is on PS4. Right now what you're looking at, my record 93, 2 and 26, that's my first 2 weeks playing FIFA 17. I got it around Christmas time. FIFA had a really good deal, selling the game plus 3,000 FIFA points for 40 bucks. My main reason for purchasing the game at that time. My coin total right now, 133,000. Again, I did play around 110 games so far, so I think that's a fair amount of coins considering my team and some of the rewards I got from playing draft. I played 3 drafts, won 2 of them, lost 1. I'll show you that in a bit. Right now I want to get into my squads. The squad that I played in my first week for FUT Champions Weekend, which was this past week. This is what my team looked like on week 1. So we're going to start off with the offense. Pretty standard BPL squad. We have Depay, Remy, and Shaqiri. Really solid up front. All have 4-star skills. Not the paciest, not the strongest forward, but again, for a starter squad, this is a really good team. Midfield, no complaints at all. We have Fernandinho, Matic, Sigurdsson, all really good. Great positioning. Matic is a beast in midfield. He's really good left foot. He can shoot the ball with the left foot, even though his stats don't really show that high shooting. He can shoot the ball with his left foot. Really big ball winner. Great in the midfield. Sigurdsson, fantastic midfielder. Could use a little bit more pace, but other than that, he's wonderful in the midfield. Creates a lot of plays. Takes really good shots. Great passer. Defense, very standard BPL. We have Aspilicueta, Williams, Smalling, and Coleman. All really good. Everyone knows Smalling is overpowered in this game, so having him in the back is really good. My fullbacks, solid, not too pacey, always in a good position. They're not the overpowered beasts that you'd normally see, but also very good players. Williams, really good. Did make a few mistakes for me in the first week. Wasn't really in position all the time, but a solid, solid in the back. Butland, everyone knows he's broken in the game. I do plan on upgrading him to someone a little bit better, a higher rated at least. I don't know if there's better keepers per se, but everyone knows shooting is pretty much up to the mechanics at this point. So if you're shooting from the right position, you're going to end up scoring a goal with the right shot. Let's get into my subs. So I have Morales, really good. Nothing I can say about him. Too special. He's solid all around for a starter player. 1,500 coins, however much you're going to pick him up for. Probably want like a Hunter chemistry style on him if you want him to perform really well. Musa, really good again. Good pace, great on the ball, good dribbling. His physicality was a little bit of a problem. I was getting bullied around. If I tried pushing forward through defenders, there's no possible way for him to get around them. But you have to really use pace and get into open spaces with him. Wanyama, solid midfielder, strong, won the ball a lot, but didn't really do much other than that. Ox-Chamberlain, really good player, good physical, good dribbling. Didn't score too many goals, not a really good shooter. And again, kind of small, so tough to play with. Sanya, overlooked right back in the BPL, I think. His pace does hurt him a little bit, but he's got fantastic defending. His physicality almost always won the ball against other players, and most of the players you play against in FUT Champions are very strong. They have Informs and Ronaldos and Messis and all types of players like that, so you're going to run into really good players. You want a good physical fullback to be able to take care of those strong wingers. Danny Welbeck, really good dribbling, great physicality. He was a lot faster than what I expected having him in the team. Didn't score too many goals for me, but pretty solid player for the amount of money you're going to get him for. Reed, also again another center back, rotated him in with Smalling and Williams. Pretty good center back, again cheap player. You're not going to get too much out of him. Gibbs, good left back, same thing. Standout reserve player for me was Bohan. He did very well for me offensively. When I was struggling in games, I switched to a 4-3-1-2 with him at the cam position, and really good dribbler. I really had to note his dribbling was fantastic. Was able to maneuver in and out of tight spaces, and he scored a couple of good goals, set up a couple of good goals as well. So if you're looking for a cheap EPL cam, he's probably one of the go-to guys. I haven't tried Ericsson yet. I haven't tried a lot of the players. I know I have a lot more testing to do, but I do plan on doing that. Moving on to Milner. He's a really good midfielder. Again, one of those players is not going to stand out. He's not going to do too much for you, but he's going to win the ball for you. He's going to get the ball to your forwards. Decent passing, good physical, decent defending. Luke Shaw, great left back. Everyone knows about him. He's tall, strong. He seems to be in the right place all the time. His pace can lack a little bit, and again, when you're playing against pacey wingers, it's really tough to keep up. But a good left back from the BPL. Last but not least, Lanzini, also a good player. I think I rate him a little bit less than Bohan. The game does the same, 82 to 79 between the two, but he's got 4-star skill moves. Very low physical though, and his passing is something to be desired. You know, getting the ball up to your forwards, especially when they're breaking in, is very important. So it's good to have a good cam or a good midfielder to get the ball up to him. So that's my starter BPL squad. This is the team I won 22 games with. I went gold 2 in my first week. And again, I only had the game since Christmas, so I think I did fairly well with the BPL squad that I had. Moving on to the second week. So the amount of coins I totaled up, 133,000. I did purchase a few players. Again, I had some FIFA points to spend on some packs, as well as some rewards from winning the draft a couple of times. So I did get a couple of decent players that packed me a decent amount of coin for players to invest in. So my squad, let's go into my squad that I'm using right now, and I do plan on using for the second week. Alright, so we made some upgrades, as you can tell. I switched Coleman to Klein. Fantastic right back. He's got good pace, strong, really good on the right side. On the left side is where you see the biggest upgrades on defense. I have Chiellini and Alexandro, both of them fantastic in the back. I was a little bit worried about Sandro having low physical, so I applied the Sentinel Chem style. He seems to be really good thus far. I only played, I think, 2 or 3 games with them, so he does look like he's going to be my left back for quite some time. Chiellini, also fantastic as a center back. He's a rock. He's been a rock for Italy for years now, and he's going to continue to be a rock on this team, at least for quite a few more weeks. Let's move to the midfield now. We're going to start off with Pjanic. Really good. I was doubting his pace a little bit. I thought he'd kind of get lost in the midfield, but his positioning makes up for everything. He's always in the right spot for me. Gets the ball to my forwards 9 out of 10 times. Fantastic passer, good dribbling. He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Can't really ask much for anything else from your midfielder. Going on to the 2 more well-known, we have Kante and Matic. Matic I already spoke about. He's fantastic, but Kante, something I didn't know what to expect. He's a little bit short, but his all-around stats are fantastic. He is a bulldog. He's all over the pitch in midfield, wins balls all the time. Again, his height is really a non-factor. He's ridiculously athletic in this game. All of his stats show it. He constantly wins the ball for me and gets the ball to where it has to go. Up front, Shaqiri hasn't changed yet. Someone I'm looking to change soon, possibly Willian. We'll see how we do with Shaqiri this weekend, but I do have plans for a completely different team later on. Vardy, I haven't played too many games with him yet. Again, 3 games with some of the newer players. He looks to be really good. He's got fantastic pace, good shooting. His physical ability should be very good. We should score quite a few goals with him. Get him in behind other defenders, and his shot does look like enough to score some goals for me. Another overpowered player, Martial. Everyone knows about him. Everyone apparently complains about him on YouTube and on Reddit. I did increase his shooting and dribbling, hopefully to maneuver in and out of tight spaces. He is a big presence. He should be able to maneuver around some defenders with that really good dribbling stat and really good physical stat. I hope to score a few goals with him. And again, this is my team for week 2. This is the team I do plan on running into FUT Champions with. We did qualify in our first attempt this past week. Now with this team, with my old team. If I do plan on going into a different formation, it's probably going to end up being a 4-3-1-2. Usually it happens mid-game, where I would end up throwing Pjanic is going to be in the midfield, Martial would still be up top, and I end up having Shaqiri in the mid, or possibly Sigurdsson. Not really too sure about who else I would throw in the midfield. I have to try out some cams in this game. I haven't really played too many games yet in FIFA 17, so a lot more work to do on my end. So for my first video, I think that's about it. I've covered essentially everything. Unfortunately, the recording that I had before this, the sound didn't record. I wasn't expecting that, but I did show my rewards for the first week of FUT Champions. The 45k coins, it was 2 rare mega packs. Didn't really get anyone good in them, and another rare gold pack. Again, nothing really too big. Before I sign out, I just want to say thanks to a couple of really close friends of mine that helped me get to this point. My friend Brandon, 2 friends, Jonathan, really good friends of mine, love them, and my good friend Jamie, who really helped me build knowledge of FIFA Ultimate Team. He started me off in FIFA 12, and my beautiful girlfriend, who's also Jamie. I love her, and she allows me to play FIFA and enjoy playing video games. Alright, so if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Positivity, please. We're trying to grow the channel. Thank you. I hope to see you this week and next week on my Excursion to Elite series. Have a good day.